General Hospital spoilers. Drew reveals to Dante that Sam is alive, and that Sam was the one who shot him. The latest General Hospital, GH, spoilers tease a revelation so shocking that it may permanently fracture friendships, expose hidden betrayals, and rewrite the very fabric of Port Charles history. For months, fans have speculated about the mysterious shooting that nearly cost Drew Kane his life. At first, suspects ranged from enemies in the WSB to mob rivals to Brennan's shadowy allies. But what if the truth is far closer to home than anyone could have ever imagined? In a bombshell twist, Drew will allegedly confess to Dante Falconeri that not only is Sam McCall alive, but she was the one who pulled the trigger. What follows is a tangled web of motives, secrets, and consequences that will ripple through every corner of Port Charles. Let's dive deep into this explosive storyline, breaking down the build-up, the shocking reveal, and the fallout that threatens to engulf the lives of Drew, Dante, Jason, Scout, and countless others. The attack on Drew Kane has been shrouded in mystery from the start. Shot at close range, Drew barely survived his injuries, leaving his loved ones reeling. Dante, as both detective and friend, has been relentless in trying to piece together what really happened that night. Early theories pointed toward Brennan, who had been systematically dismantling Sonny's world while leaving Jason and Anna cornered. Others whispered that Valentine might have been involved, or even Tracy, given her ruthless moves against Drew in the past. But one name was conspicuously absent from suspicion: Sam McCall.
Why?
Because everyone in Port Charles believed Sam was dead. Sam's disappearance months earlier devastated her family. Scout, her daughter, was inconsolable. Danny retreated inward, Jason was haunted, and Dante, her lover at the time, was shattered. The official explanation was that Sam died in an explosion while investigating Brennan's criminal network. Yet her body was never recovered. Soap fans know the rule: no body, no death. And now, the truth is about to surface. While recovering in his hospital bed, Drew has been plagued by nightmares, flashes of the night of his shooting. At first, the fragments were disjointed. The sound of footsteps, the glint of a gun, the smell of gunpowder. But then, in a chilling breakthrough, Drew recognized the shooter's voice. It was Sam's. In a whisper that shakes him to his core, Drew remembers Sam saying, "I'm sorry. You weren't supposed to see this." The realization terrifies him. Not because Sam pulled the trigger, but because if she's alive, she's been hiding all this time, and hiding from the very people who loved her most. Unable to bear the weight of the secret any longer, Drew asks Dante to meet him privately. The setting is somber, perhaps in the hospital chapel, a place drenched in both silence and truth. Dante, still reeling from the grief of losing Sam, listens with growing disbelief as Drew begins to unravel the story. "Dante, I remember who shot me. And it wasn't Brennan. It wasn't an enemy. It was Sam." The words hit Dante like a sledgehammer. At first, he laughs bitterly, accusing Drew of confusion, trauma, or even manipulation. But Drew is insistent, describing in painful detail the voice, the eyes, the way Sam trembled before pulling the trigger. Dante's world collapses in that moment. If Sam is alive, why hasn't she come home? Why would she try to kill Drew? And what does that mean for everything they shared as a couple? The revelation begs one of the most haunting questions in GH history. Why would Sam shoot Drew? Several possible explanations could emerge. Brainwashing/coercion. Brennan or another villain may have manipulated Sam, using mind control or psychological conditioning to turn her against Drew. GH loves a brainwashing storyline, and this would explain her absence and betrayal. Protecting a secret, Sam may have stumbled onto something Drew discovered, perhaps related to Jason, Scout, or the WSB. In her desperation to protect her family, she may have felt she had no choice but to eliminate Drew. Double life. Could Sam have secretly gone undercover, working as a double agent? If so, shooting Drew might have been staged or ordered by her handlers. Personal resentment. While unlikely, the writers could choose a darker, more personal motive, perhaps unresolved feelings about Drew's past with her, his role in Scout's life, or jealousy connected to Dante. Each possibility adds layers of intrigue, setting the stage for emotional confrontations. Dante's reaction is one of the most critical elements in this storyline. He has always been the moral compass, the detective who fights for truth, yet also the man who loved Sam with every fiber of his being. Now he's faced with the impossible. If Sam is alive, why didn't she come back to him and her kids? If she shot Drew, how can he reconcile the woman he loved with the cold-blooded shooter Drew describes? If Drew is lying or mistaken, can Dante risk ignoring the possibility that Sam is truly out there? The internal conflict is gut-wrenching. Dante may lash out at Drew, accusing him of slandering Sam's memory. Or he may quietly break down, questioning whether his entire relationship with Sam was built on lies. Jason Morgan's reaction will be explosive once the truth comes out. Jason has always been fiercely protective of Sam, yet also deeply loyal to Drew as his twin. If Jason learns that Sam is alive and targeted Drew, his loyalty will be torn apart. Scout, too, becomes central to the drama. Imagine the heartbreak of a little girl who has already mourned her mother, only to discover she's alive, but also the woman who nearly killed her father. The emotional stakes couldn't be higher. Will Scout run to Sam, clinging to the hope of a reunion? Or will she reject her mother for abandoning her? Sam's return would be nothing short of seismic for Port Charles. The fallout could touch nearly every character. Carly, as Drew's partner, she'll rage at Sam's betrayal, but she'll also fear what it means for Jason. Anna, as WSB, she may see Sam as a rogue agent who must be brought down, especially if Brennan is involved. Tracy, she'll seize the opportunity to manipulate Drew's vulnerability for her own gain. Christina and Molly, as Sam's sisters, they'll be torn between outrage and relief, sparking deep family drama. Maxie and Spinelli, old friends of Sam's, they'll struggle with whether to defend her or accept the ugly truth. When Sam finally resurfaces, fans can expect fireworks. Will it be in the shadows, revealing herself only to Dante? Will she dramatically crash Drew's hospital recovery? Or will she show up at Scout's doorstep, unable to stay away any longer? The confrontation between Sam and Drew is bound to be fiery. Drew demanding answers about why she shot him. Sam insisting there was no other way, hinting at a bigger, darker enemy pulling the strings. Dante caught in the middle, torn between arresting her, protecting her, or holding her in his arms again. The beauty of this storyline is its potential longevity. GH could spin it out for months, even years. A redemption arc. If Sam was brainwashed or coerced, her redemption will be gradual but emotional. A villain arc. If she knowingly betrayed Drew and Port Charles, she could emerge as one of GH's most shocking villains. A love triangle. Dante, Sam, and Drew's triangle could reshape the canvas, especially if Jason becomes involved. A family war. The Davis sisters could implode over whether to defend Sam or condemn her. At first glance, making Sam the shooter seems out of character. But GH thrives on rewriting history and shocking viewers. Consider, Sam has lived in the gray area before, taking risks and crossing moral lines. Her absence has left a void that fans have been desperate to see resolved. This twist ties together Drew's shooting mystery, Sam's disappearance, and Brennan's overarching threat. By blending emotional stakes with suspense, this storyline could dominate GH for the rest of the year. When Drew whispers to Dante that Sam is alive and that she was the one who shot him, the world of General Hospital tilts on its axis. The revelation isn't just about betrayal, it's about love, loyalty, and the blurred lines between hero and villain. As Dante grapples with the impossible truth, Jason prepares for the fight of his life, and Scout stands at the heart of the storm. Fans can only brace themselves for the explosive fallout. Because in Port Charles, secrets never stay buried. And when Sam McCall returns, nothing will ever be the same again.